We speak
Okay, guys.
football.
The first round of the AFCON has gone. If there's any other games, there might be games today, and then or the second round starts today. I'll just check. Okay, so we've seen big teams coming in, draw. I wouldn't say big teams because nowadays there's not a lot of Yaya Torres, Michael Essien, Didier Drogba's. I mean, the players that were at the highest level for the longest of time. Nowadays, what we then see is players that were youth products, right? Now are playing at either Saudi Arabia, playing in the playing in Portugal, playing in these other small nations in the UEFA. I would say, okay, besides the majority of them playing in France, there's quite a lot of them that are playing in relatively small leagues. Let's see. Yeah. So I think the 5 big leagues in the world are the Premier League, Serie A, German football, Spanish, and then also Ligue A, which is French, right? So then what that means is that these were youth players playing in your Chelsea, in these 5 big leagues, right? That are currently playing. Majority of those players that are playing in the AFCON are from the French league, right? Relatively, it is not considered as a strong league, but it has good footballers, right? Then what does it say about us as Bafana Bafana? Look, I think if, let's say, a Mutiba or a Lyle Foster were there, because they are used to these type of players and used to these type of defensive, I would say, defensive structures, it would be much more easier. I'm not discrediting the players that have been selected. I think the squad is a pretty good squad if the coach knows how to play his players. One, we look at things like when you put a Mahopa up front, what's your plan? Are you playing a 4-4-2, or maybe, let's say, with the game going on, it will be then a 4-5-1, or are we looking at a situation where it will be a 3-5-2? What are you playing exactly? Because of one, if you're playing from the back going forward, so you build from the back, you need ball playing defenders. For example, one, if let's say you introduce maybe a Grand Kekana, they're quite, look, with Grand Kekana, he's a ball player, so it means that you'd have the ball from Grand Kekana, from Ronan Williams, Grand Kekana, Mokwena, Stole, Zwane, out wide, Pesitau, cross, Mokopa, goal, right? If you're playing like that. But if you're playing at Kulu and Mvala, those are tackling defenders. Those are defenders defend. Like, you won't build from those defenders, type of defenders. So I think as a coach, he needs to look into that, right? Do I have the type of or the right manpower to play the type of football that he wants, or is the type of football meaning that I only need defenders, then you need to be much more creative in the middle field, right? Draw in a Pesitau inside with Makopa, then draw in the Zwane inside the middle field, then put a, let's see, Jaden Adams on your right? So what then means is that it's either you take out Makopa, right? Then you play with these players that can run, score, or Napolis on the right? So you need to play with speed. So if you're going to play with speed, you need players to be much more central. Are you playing a 4-4-2? But you're playing a 4-4-2 where you have a Madao who can square, run, come back, push up front, similar to Obremudiba, right? So you need them on the wide. What you then need is that you need your wide players to be much more central. So what I mean by that is that Percy Tau would need to when he passes the ball to Modiba, to Modao, he needs to come into the box, inside the box, so that he can stand a chance to score. Similar to Maseko or Jaden Adams on the right, on the left, or Annapolis on the left, right? So if you're saying that these players need to come in, then you can't play Madao and Aubrey Mudiba, who are not really defensive. They are quite defensive because they keep the ball longer, right? So they can tuck inside when defending. They can take the ball. They know how to control the ball. They can hold the ball. They can pass the ball, right? Then you need them to go up front because your creativity normally needs to start with the left or the right back. But if your creativity is going to be then in the middle, then you need a defender that can pass the ball, the defender that can take the ball to the goalkeeper, from the goalkeeper to the left or to the right. Unfortunately, Kulu and Vala are not that players, right? So how do we qualify? 2 chances. We win the next 2 games or we draw and win, right? Best chance would be Namibia. These are the guys that we play with week in, week out. Some of them are in the NFD. They won against Tunisia. So Namibia will not be in any pressure. What they will do is either they will hope for a 1-0 win or a draw against Bafana so that they can come out as the 3rd best team, right? So, who do we keep? I think we keep the same right back and left back. The coach needs to pick and choose. Vala, okay, out, Grand Kekana in, okay? Then, if we score 2-0 game management. Then you put in Vala, take out Stole, put him inside, right? So that he can tackle, intercept. These guys, what they will do, they will push towards the penalty area so that they can get fouled because they see Ulu and Vala are defenders where they tackle. Their job is just to tackle, not take the ball, control it, and then distribute it, play, wait for the other team to come back. They push. So look at the second goal against Mali. If there was any other defender there, trust me, that defender would have taken the ball from the player, not tackle or try to tackle. Could have taken the ball outside or pass it back to the goalkeeper. But now, the way he went into the player, it was like man-to-man type of vibes. The player swiveled and then went back to Kulu with his shoulder. Kulu was beaten. The goalkeeper was beaten. Ronan Williams. Look, first half, saved 2 clear goal chances. Free kick, unfortunately, saved the free kick, but obviously they scored. Keep the goalkeeper, right? Then we go into the middle. Stole Mukwena. Not going good combination.